Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here, back with Magic the Gathering Origins official spoilers day 2. We got a ton of interesting stuff to look at today, including a couple of Mythics, so let's just hop right in. Starting off with Clash of Wills. This is Syncopate with a different name, and most of the time better artwork. I like this counterspell. It's a decent counterspell, solid and limited. Not going to see much constructive play unless there's not many other good options for control players. Regardless, always nice to see it in a standardized limited environment. Blessed Spirits, 3 for a 2/2 flying spirit. Whenever you cast an enchantment, put a 1/1 counter on it. This is really powerful for limited. It's uncommon. Definitely, if there is a good enchantment push, which there seems to be in the set, it's definitely going to be a monster powerhouse option in limited. Whether it's good enough for constructed, I don't think so. But for sure, if you see this in limited, definitely worth making work, especially if you get a couple of them. Really powerful card for limited. Bounding Craze is another great limited card. 3 for a 3/3 flash fish lizard. When it enters the battlefield, you can tap or untap target creature. This is pure advantage. It's fantastic and limited because it acts as a combat trick while also allowing you to flash it on their turn. Really good all around. If you're running the colors in limited, definitely worth grabbing. This is Pilgrimage, flavor in a card. It really is great. 3, search library for 2 forests. Reveal them, put 1 in the battlefield tapped, 1 into your hand. Spell Mastery lets you get 3 forests, 2 in your hand, 1 into play tapped. This is pretty much like Cultivate and Kodama's Reach and any other variants of these ramp spells, but to note here is that it's flavorful. It does only forests, not basic lands, so it's technically worse than those, but in this format, especially flavor-wise, working into aggressive green or green something aggro decks, or decks that want to try to push for Nissa, could definitely work. Solid limited card. Ramp is important, and this is one of the better ramp cards that we've seen. Dark Petition is my favorite card of the day. 3 for 2 black, so 5 total. Demonic Tutor, search library for a card and put it in your hand. Spell Mastery, if there are 2 or more instants or sorceries in your graveyard, you get 3 black mana to your mana pool, which pretty much means that it is literally a Demonic Tutor that leaves you with extra mana over. I think it's absolutely amazing. To be quite frank, it's going to fit in Commander without even a doubt. I think it even has potential in, if you really think about it, in Eternal formats where instants and sorceries you can easily get 2 or more in your graveyard by turn, I don't know, by turn 3, 4, wherever you're going to play this card, then it definitely seems like a very functional card. It could be a little bit of a trick where you think it's good enough for those formats, but it's not. I think benefit of the doubt, it's definitely going to worth testing. I love the design. I love them trying to create a Demonic Tutor effect that's playable. We've had Increasing Ambition in the past. That was 5 mana, and people still use that card, mostly because of flashback, so it's less important to get the mana in things like Commander. Better to have the flashback option, but still, I think this card has a lot of potential and we'll definitely see a good amount of play in multiple formats. Honored Hierarch, connecting back to Noble Hierarch from the Modern Master 2015 reprint. Nice one, Wizards. 1 for a 1/1 human druid with renown. As long as it's renowned, it has vigilance and tap add 1 mana. I like that it has vigilance because it allows you to be aggressive with it while also being able to tap if you need for counter spells or for any particular instant related things on your opponent's turn. You have the option. Solid 1 for a 1/1 drop. It's more likely than not, if they don't play something, it's going to be 1 for a 2/2. It's going to very easy to get renowned. Solid design. Is it constructed playable? I think it's probably going to see some testing at least, and probably will see at least some play. Not Noble Hierarch, but come on guys, not much else is. Pretty solid card. Tainted Remedy, huge kitchen table card, huge commander card. 3 for an enchantment. If an opponent would gain life, they lose that much life instead. I think it even has a chance to be sideboarded into certain modern decks. It's only 3 mana, and anything with life gain, any sort of infinite life gain combos, this pretty much negates them. Very reasonable card. I would keep an eye on this card. It's amazing how life gain and life loss related cards that are really good tend to go up in price over time. I could definitely see this card eventually on rotation going up in price significantly. Flame Shadow Conjuring, talking about good cards for Commander. 4 for an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, you can pay a red to get a copy of it with haste and exile it at the beginning of your end step. This is awesome because any enter the battlefield, leave the battlefield effect creatures, you just pay 1 extra red and boom, you get 2 of them, 2 effects. The one that can attack instantly with haste, and when it leaves the battlefield, you get that effect as well. It seems really powerful, really abusive. Is it going to be something that works in a standardized environment? some people are going to try for sure. It's just so much advantage for so little mana. As long as once it's in play, it's a monster. Of course, like most of the enchantments, it requires you to have other things to make it work, but still, it's so good. It's definitely going to be worth testing. Huge commander card off the bat. I think I might even try it out in cube. Starfield of Nyx, 5 for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And as long as you control 5 or more enchantments, you get an opalescence effect where your enchantments are, or non-aura enchantments, are creatures in addition based on converted mana cost, which seems really solid for enchantment-related decks. Great for Commander. The art is gorgeous. Why this wasn't something they were pushing for in Theros, I don't know, but at least there'll be a little bit of Theros time playability before it rotates. Be interesting to see exactly where this would work. I don't know if I'm doubtful it's constructed playable, but it's a very interesting design. I'd like to see where it goes. Days Undoing. This is really interesting. Another Mythic, 2 and a blue for a sorcery. Each player shuffles his or her hand and graveyard into the library and draws 7 cards. If it's your turn, end the turn. This is pretty much Timetwister, Wheel of Fortune, Windfall kind of effect, which is huge. Amazing card advantage, especially for decks that require some sort of aggressive drop and they don't have easy ways to get their hands back. Really powerful card without a doubt. Now realize it does end the turn, which kind of negates all the things that made Timetwister, Wheel of Fortune, Windfall so unbelievably broken, which is that you get first take on the advantage that is generated from it. But realize it does easily combo with things like Quicken, which makes it an amazing card. Even without that, just being able to control when you get card advantage and messing up all leveling the field against control players. It's just a really interesting design. The art is gorgeous. Fantastic card. Let's wrap up the day with Gormand Hydra, 3 for a 1/1 trample. Whenever a player casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. Now this is a mock-up because it was revealed foreign language, but still, if this is accurate, which I'm pretty sure it's as close to accurate as it's going to be until we see the actual card, it's really powerful. Having a symmetrical effect where both players' spells make it more powerful means in limited it's absolutely insane. I'm surprised actually they left it at rare since it has trample, but I think it even has constructed viability just because of how quickly it could scale up. Even if you're the one playing spells in an aggressive deck, if your opponent tries to play anything, it just makes them that much more powerful. I think for its mana, it's amazing. Really great card. So those are our spoilers for today. Let me know what you guys think about these really interesting, amazing cards that we're seeing coming out of Origins. Put your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then tap the like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Roxybox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.